Assalamualaikum class. Our last chapter that is developing oral and online presentations. Now, what is presentation? You have fair idea about it because you people are giving in your earlier classes. So, how you can give oral or online presentation. But I will explain to you little. There is a quotation like successful speakers think about barriers. To connect with an audience, you must remove the many barriers that could interface with the link between you and your audience. So, oral presentations, making a good oral presentation is an art that involves attention to the needs of your audience, careful planning, and attention to delivery of information that you have delivered or you have planned to deliver with the audience. So you will be careful for the information or the selection that you are going to deliver in front of your audience, whether your presentation can be board presentation or it can be online presentations. So there are few steps which I will also discuss to you after explaining. For both presentation, to attract the audience by conveying clear message. How you can convey your clear message in your oral presentation? You will practice, plan, and present the principles of your oral presentation. First of all, you will know your audience. Again, this is the same point which we have discussed. What is meant by to know your audience? You will have the fair idea about the gender, age, language, medium which you are going to choose for the your presentations. Then you will tell your audience who you are. It means you will introduce yourself, you will provide some credentials about yourself or your company as well before starting your presentation in business writing. Then you will also tell the purpose, that why you are here, on which topic you are going to present. You will also have a short introduction of your presentation, that what is the topic of your presentation and what are the elements which you have gathered in your presentation, and you will discuss with it the audience. Then you will tell audience why they are here. First of all, you will explain the purpose of yourself, that why you are standing there to present in front of them. And after that, you will also inform the you will also make clear to the audience that why they are here, why they are taking their presentation. So tell them what profit or what benefits they can get from this out of this presentation. So it should be clear at the very start of the presentation, to avoid any type of uncomfortable environment or uncomfortable behavior towards the from the audience side. So it should be clear for on the audience side from you. Then you will develop a story. You can start your presentation like a story based on the transformation you wish to happen in your audience, like story. So if you are, let's suppose, imagine yourself that you are standing in front of your audience, and you just start discussing the points one by one after one. You are explaining without explaining, you are just reading. So it, I don't think so that it will create a clear or positive effect on the audience. So it's better if you take it lightly, if you relax the audience in the very beginning, or you start your presentation like a story by quoting other companies, as I have told you, that you will start, because it is always why I'm telling you or asking you to people start your presentation like a story, because story is always connected, interlinked. So every point of your presentation must be interlinked. by avoiding repetition. Remember this point, that you will not repeat the same ideas or same points. Your presentation should be interlinked. One step point should be interlinked to the other step, or the point that is going to be discussed in your presentation. So it should be a concise as well. When you are giving a board or slides presentation, let's suppose you will focus everyone reacts you will also focus that everyone reacts differently. So this is very important, that while let's suppose if you are standing again in front of your audience and you are uh, reading just like a robot, you are not watching to anyone in the audience, and your eye contact is totally zero. You are not interacting with the people with your body language or with your eye contact. You are not appealing them. You are not getting their attention. So what will be the benefit of this presentation? 100% it will be a great failure on your side and on the audience side. It will 100% kill the purpose, kill the excitement in you and in the audience as well. So you will maintain the eye contact. Your eye contact should be very strong with your audience. You should be focused on your points as well, but while your presentation, you will also have a strong eye contact with your audience by and by, to get the attention, to know that what type of impact your presentation is putting on your audience. Then clearly make the moment, make the you will make the points you deliver, your most important points. Let's suppose there are some obviously in every presentation there are some keynotes or key points. They should be, if they are mentioned on the slides or board in the same way, so it will be just like a boring lesson. If there are some important points that that you think that they are very important to highlight, it's good if you highlight them, the important points, to get the audience attention. So it will also help your presentation to make it successful on your side and the audience side, because the audience will have the fair idea about the few important points, that what is behind the benefits or the major attention in the presentation. So to get audience attention, must highlight important points. Then the next is provide a summary of what you have covered. You will must summarize your presentation. Let's suppose that you have discussed all your points, you have discussed the bullet points, you have discussed the highlighted points of your presentation, and after this, after presenting your all presentation, you will do what? You will summarize your presentation. The points, you will summarize the points you have covered. You will must summarize them, uh, just to give a quick look on your presentation. Then you will be comfortable with your material, whatever is the topic of your presentation. Keep in mind that whatever the material you have selected, it should be sufficient, or it should not be insufficient as well. It should what are the requirements of your topic, and what are the information that you are required. It should fulfill all the areas of your presentation. You should be comfortable, you should be confident that whatever the material or whatever the information you are going to present, they are sufficient instead of insufficient. If you are providing insufficient information, it will also create bad impact on the audience side and as well as on the company side, because there must be some queries, there must remain some queries which should be clear to you, and you let's suppose you have missed them. Obviously the purpose of the gathering of the audience and you're standing over there will be killed very soon. So whatever the in material you have selected, you should be comfortable with that. Sometimes it happens that if let's suppose if you are to deliver your presentation, you will do what? You will select lots of materials, lots of topics, lots of headings. So at the end, when you are to compile your or arrange your or organize your presentation, so what difficulty you will face that, sorry for interruption, you will get confused at the end that how you can arrange or manage the material. So be concise, be relevant, and be to the point. Don't get too much information, don't get the same points that are already discussed. Be unique in your material selection, and be comfortable with what you have gathered. That at the end there must be a doubt session. If you don't take this session, your presentation must be a failure. So you can say at the end of your presentation that please, if you have any query, you can ask me. You also have seen, we have taken in classes all as well, that whenever this is a presentation, if there is a no question session, there is no question session, and you don't ask at the end of the presentation that is there any question, is there any query that the audience want to know, or if there are some doubts in their minds, and they want to know or they want to ask to you, if you don't ask them to express their doubts or their queries in front of you, or there must be a very poor impact on the company side as well. So take this session carefully and explain all the doubts, all the queries shortly, being relevant and be confident. So this is all about your presentation. The start, I'm going to repeat the same thing, that the start of your presentation should be very competitive, very irresistible. uh, you can say that it should be full of energy, it should be full of information. After explaining your credentials, you will keep your audience listening and interacting. So this is the main point of your presentation. If your audience is listening or interacting to you till the end of your presentation, it means you are 100% successful in conveying your message from your audience, from your company side or organization side. If your audience starts boring, they are not paying to you attention, so it is on your part that how you can make your presentation attractive and interesting and full of positive information. The information, again, according to the want of the audience, according to the need of the audience, not according to your personal needs or your company's needs. Although you can focus on the company's needs as well, but your purpose is to get the attention, your purpose is to sell your item in the public sectors, in the audience. And unless you make satisfied your audience, you cannot be successful in your presentation or in your dealings with the audience and your targets, which are already you planned for the success of your organization. So must read these points as well, and you will also, I will also explain to you from the notes as well, that how you can develop oral and online presentations in the next lecture. Allah Hafiz, take care.